and the National Health Student Association of Ghana and the Coalition of Degree Allied Health Professionals have given the Ministry of Health 14 days to clear and resolve the issue of unemployment. But if government should fail, they're saying that the association will embark on all sorts of activities to satisfy their demands. We don't know exactly what activities they have in mind. Well, the president of the National Health Association, Student Association, Richard Osei-Yeboah, is here in the studio with me. You're welcome, Richard.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so first of all, you've given the ministry a 14-day ultimatum.
Yes, that's correct.
And it starts from today till when?
After 14 days. It's only 14 days. After
14 days from here?
Yes.
First of all, I'm interested to know what you intend to do after 14 days elapsed and you don't hear from them. But you've listed your press conference, at your press conference, you listed everything that has happened between the time that you started agitating for posting up until now. As we speak, has there been any response from the ministry about whether or not you're going to be placed anytime soon?
I would say there hasn't been any positive response. The last time we had a meeting with the ministry was just last week. Last week Tuesday. That was when we even realized that the document we submitted to them was missing from the ministry. The names
the document you submitted to the ministry was missing?
Was missing because the HR department couldn't lay hands on the names we submitted, on which the director, the chief director gave a promise that they were going to attach our names to, at least they were preparing for financial clearance.
I see, that's quite interesting. So what's contained in that document?
It was a compilation of the professionals who are affected from 2012 to 2016. To 2016. For all the professions, the medical laboratory sciences, physiotherapy, nutrition, dietetics, occupational therapy. So
you sent a list of the names, which obviously will have the number, I beg your pardon, of those who were unemployed.
Yes.
And who required employment to the ministry.
Yes.
You went there last week and they told you that the document was missing.
Yes, and this list was submitted last year, January 2017, and then we've been following up. So when nothing better was coming up, we engaged in a lot of activities, picketings and demonstrations, and then we are assured that it will be submitted to the ministry and it is going to be part of the 2018 budget. So when we entered 2018, we were very hopeful that we were going to have positive response from the ministry.
And I'm sure you were monitoring the budget's reading as well.
Yes, we were.
And you didn't hear
anything specific.
No
name,
yes,
no name.
No mention of your association, no financial allocation as well.
Yes, but we were hopeful that because the Ministry of Health was captured in the composite budget for the ministry,
that it will cover you.
To cover us in the yes. So 2018 we went in last week, as I've said, and realized that the list that was supposed to be sent to the finance ministry is not even at the ministry, and there was no reason why it has taken this long to get financial clearance for our members.
What explanation did the ministry give for misplacing the document?
There was no specific explanation.
What did they say?
There was nothing. They couldn't say anything.
Okay,
so
now I want you to say to me what happened in the conference. How did you know that the document was missing? Okay,
it happened that when we went for the follow-up, we were held in a meeting with the director of the Human Resource Directorate, and he asked the two others who were in the meeting, who were supposed to be part of the HR department, about the document, asked them where our list may be, and they said it may not be with them. Yeah, and he also asked what has happened, what has caused the delay in getting us the clearance, because he was basing on the letter we present, from the chief director, that they were going to add our names to what was going to finance ministry, and we are talking about a letter that was signed in February 2017, and on that issue
was missing.
There was no response on why the delay. So what he requested from us was to resubmit the names we submitted a year ago to the ministry.
Have you done that?
We've done that. We did that on I think Friday.
Okay, so that let's just assume that that's a good sign that you resubmitted your names. But in the period that you picketed and did everything, there were negotiations, there were talks between yourself and the ministry. Why is it that the issue has still not been resolved?
For all the number of times we went to the ministry, the impression was created that the processes were ongoing and every delay was coming from the finance ministry. So
that was the impression they gave.
That was the impression. So at a point, you even had to go to the finance ministry to find out what was happening, and if there was anything we could do to assist the process to flow, because our people have been home and Ghanaians need us to serve them. So the impression was created. The processes were ongoing, but it happened to be false. If that's the right word to use. Yeah.
So do you have names of those that you engaged at the ministry?
Yes, we've been dealing with the director of the Human Resources Directorate, but in a recent meeting we held, realized that the person we started with has been changed. There's a new person there now. So for all the times, we started from the chief director's office. Our list was submitted to her, response was given from her office. So after that, we were moved to the human resource because it became a human resource issue. So from chief director's office to human resource directorate, and I've been dealing with officials there.
So you've been employed, you and your colleagues have been unemployed for how long?
From 2012.
From 2012?
Yes, we have members who completed in 2012. A majority of us are from 2013 to 2016.
So we're looking between five and say 2 or 3 years.
Yes.
How do you guys keep up? I mean, how do you keep up?
It's really difficult keeping up in this situation when you are expected to be working after school. You've been trained, and you know the perception with health courses, when you complete school, they think the job is there, you're just walking into the job to start work and you start getting something. So being unemployed is really bad. And we also feel for the Ghanaians who are supposed to benefit from our services. Our people are supposed to provide essential service to the good people of Ghana. So our continuous stay at home is affecting healthcare delivery in this sector. And it's compromising the quality of service that the Ghanaian populace is supposed to enjoy. That is our greatest worry. That's our greatest worry.
Are you quite sure that? I mean, I can understand that you're sounding all patriotic and all, but I will still baffle my mind if you say that you are more concerned about the service you're going to provide to Ghanaians rather than how you will live, because you have to live, you have to exist to be able to provide those services.
Yes, I understand.
So let's just say it's 50-50.
It's 50-50, yes. 50-50.
I can understand that, and I can understand how you feel, but you've picketed at the ministry a few times. I mean, we saw nurses go there. Do you feel that perhaps the ministry is not happy to engage you because of the way you picketed? I mean, you were there, some of you were cooking, and some of you, were sleeping, you had your sponge and everything there.
I don't know any better way we could have done that.
Because you were frustrated?
Yes.
I see.
And that the ministry had the opportunity to resolve the issue before even the students got to that limit.
Right.
So there was no better way we could have done that. I think it was the right thing we did. And if because of the actions we took, the officials are also not willing to open up and speak to us, I don't think that is also correct, because even if your child goes the wrong way, you don't be so hard.
Yesterday, Martin Amidu was saying you don't throw. He said that quite a number of times. You don't throw away the bathwater with the baby.
Yes.
But in 14 days, you are threatening to do something. What is it that you're going to do in 14 days?
Now our members have resolved that the few picketings we embarked on weren't so intense or massive. So after 14 days, they are coming with full force, and it's going to be continuous picketing and continuous demonstration. And if after 14 days and the picketings and the demonstrations, we don't see anything, we are also looking for legal means to get the government to, because we feel that the opportunities that are supposed to be distributed across board for all the professions, we have been sidelined for long, because the ministry has embarked on a number of recruitments over the year. And just last week, the Deputy Information Minister announced financial clearance for some 541 health professionals, and our members were not captured.
Well, why do you think this is happening?
I don't know. Maybe ministry can answer that. Just this morning, the ministry has released recruitment forms for about 4,000 private health professionals to be recruited, but no mention is made of our members. So we think the ministry is not being fair
let's
to
just
us.
clear with who your members are again. Your members are made up of health, informatics. Okay, so these are the services that you provide actually: medical laboratory sciences, physiotherapy, diabetics, radiography, etc. So these are the people that are...
Yeah, these are the professionals who are affected.
Okay, I'll give you a final word.
Okay, I just want the ministry to take the opportunity of today being a day for
love,
love and show some love to the ordinary Ghanaian who's supposed to benefit from our services, and also the professionals who are affected, and put things in the right way for us, because we know the ministry has the capacity to do that. So we expect that the ministry shouldn't drag issues for us to get to the 14-day ultimatum for us to embark on the activities we want to embark on. So we just expect something positive from the ministry.
Expect something positive from the ministry. And within the 14 days, will you just be sitting and watching, or will you be making attempts to engage the ministry?
We'll be making attempts to engage them. Even on tomorrow, we are going to the ministry to engage them.
Okay. Yes. Hopefully this will be resolved. I've just been speaking with Richard Oseyeboa. He is president of the National Health Students Association of Ghana. They are saying that their members have been unemployed since 2012. And they're hoping to be employed. They're made up of laboratory sciences, physiotherapists, diabetics, etc. And so they're hoping that they will get that job. 2012 up until 2018, that's quite a period. But anyway, we're still hoping that there will be a good response from the ministry. So in 14 days, they don't have to embark on the massive demonstrations they're talking about.